so excited for our next guest, who transformed the organization TED from an annual conference to a globally recognized brand. Under his leadership, TED Talks became freely available online and are now viewed or listened to more than 3 billion times annually. We now see TEDx events take place in more than 170 countries, with talks being translated into more than 100 languages. And today, the head of TED, Chris Anderson, joins us with what he says is the ultimate idea worth spreading. Take a look.
It's a new way to think about generosity. Generosity, come on. I mean, surely that's way too tiny a force to pit against the ugly world we're facing. Not necessarily. You remember this guy? This is so small, it's invisible, but somehow it still found a way to shut down the world economy. Here's the thing, you don't need to be big to be powerful. You just need to be infectious.
Yes. Please welcome the author of the new book, Infectious Generosity, Chris Anderson. Welcome, Chris.
It's great to be here, Sarah.
That's a very powerful clip, too. We really remember that little thing.
Can you imagine that little virus's mother saying, it's saying, I'm never going to make anything in this world, Mom? And it's like,
yeah.
Just you wait and see. Just one little change.
Exactly. Now, you took over TED in 2001 with a new vision for the organization. The original focus of TED was technology, entertainment, and design. But you expanded it to every subject and started putting these talks online, where they immediately went viral. You also grew TED from one annual conference to thousands of TEDx events, more than 10,000 to date. What has it been like to witness the growth, and what has been your biggest takeaway along that journey?
It's been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously only possible with an incredible team. I mean, look, the biggest takeaway was that every time we gave away something, we were amazed at what happened next.
Yeah.
It felt like a risk at the time to give away our content online for free. But what we got back was that people spread these talks all around the world. We had thousands of translators offering to bring it to their local communities. Demand for the conference went up instead of down. And then we gave away our brand, TEDx. And that was one little act, and yet it led to tens of thousands of people now volunteering to put on these events. So this was the big takeaway in this connected age. The rules have changed. If you give away something big, you may be utterly amazed at what happens next.
Well, and you say it's a little act, and I understand your reference to what you're saying, but it was a big act in a business sense to give away a brand like that, and you did it with the faith that this would come back, and it grew exponentially.
Definitely we were advised not to, and
of course
there was
you were.
Definitely some moments of chaos and some TEDx events that went horribly wrong. But it is amazing that there are now, just by giving, when you let go of power to people, you empower them to do special things. And the time and effort and love without being paid that these TEDx organizers do is incredible. You couldn't have an organization that puts on 3,000 events around the world done the traditional way. Yeah. By letting go, by giving this brand away, it somehow miraculously happened.
Now, it's your work at TED that inspired you to write this book, Infectious Generosity. What does that mean to you?
We're in a battle for humanity's future right now. I was a tech optimist, believing that the internet was going to bring humans together. We could see people all across the world, we could share knowledge and so on. And what's happened in the last 10 years has been crushingly disappointing, because what seems to have happened is that the internet is helping drive us apart. It has elevated voices that are angry and that promote threats and fear. This is deadly, deadly dangerous to our collective future.
Looking at the video talking about at its increase, this guy who wrote this book about infectious generosity, it's very powerful, because he talks about the organization, the NGO, he gave it out, and he was advised not to give it out, but after giving it out, what they received was more than what they gave out. So he was just talking about you being infectious in whatever you're doing. If you're infectious, actually you're going to draw people towards you. Example like coronavirus, it was just a virus, and small baby was infectious, and it affected the whole world. So you have something that will be positive and negatively. So the internet came that it was a good way of bringing people together, seeing one another. But unfortunately, according to him, the internet has made people to be apart from each other. Because many people, you see that the ugly things they do on the internet, it goes more viral more than the negative. The positive is more than the negative, the positive. So he was trying to say that they are looking for a way now to make the positive goes viral, because you see a lot of hate speech. So this has made people to be afraid even of one another. Unfortunately, the bad side of the internet is being pronounced more than the good side, because a lot of stuff happen on the internet. According to you see the hate speech, you see people killing on each other, you see people coming on the internet and getting depression rather than relief. They talk about Mr. Beast, who is the biggest YouTuber, and was saying that he built a lot of world in Africa. He gives a lot of money to the poor. He tried to help build houses in some places in the world that they don't really have. So that he has also gone viral with that. So he was just saying that they should copy someone like Mr. Beast. And then he was being asked about who made him to be very generous like that. He gave an example about the mom. The mom was in Rwanda, and the mom was giving out with those children who were sick, because the father was an eye doctor. And they went there just to, as a missionary trip, just to give back. And the mother was so happy doing that. And poverty, living with those people, but very still happy. The contentment. And giving is not just money, as he tried to explain, because you talk about giving, people think of money. Sometimes just your time, your attention. You just ask someone, how are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Hope you're taking care of yourself. That attention you're giving to that person is more than $1 billion. So it was just that people could give out their time, they could give out their attention. Many things. In a day, how many people have you helped to be better? If you do that, then you're going to see great wonders. So he was there. He was there just to advise people to be very generous. Sometimes you might think you don't have nothing to give out, but just a little tip you give out, you'll be surprised how far you go to. Sometimes a little boy say, Mommy, I don't have nothing to give. And the mother is going to tell you that just give what you have. So whatever you have, you watching this video, I don't know, do you agree with the fact that whatever you have and you give out is going to come out more to you? Do you accept the fact that there are many people who need attention? Sometimes people are in depression. They don't even need nothing. They just need someone to tell them that I love you and you're a wonderful person. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're intelligent. Let me see your opinion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.